at 6 p.m. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Sorry.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Can I get a motion to approve the agenda, please?
Motion to approve the agenda.
Second?
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Nobody here for Ward 2. Can I get a motion to approve the meeting minutes of Tuesday, April 21st, 2026?
Motion to approve meeting minutes of Tuesday, April 21st, 2026.
I'll second it.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Any public input tonight?
Yes, Tom Benoit, and just wanted to get you up to date a little bit on the park cleanup. We chatted with a little over a month ago, and you folks have probably had recognized a few things. The park has been cleaned up. We raked the sand areas, trimmed the bushes. Kirsten, that little piece of steel that was that sharp point thing, that's been taken care of and sealed now, so that's no problem on one of the playground equipments. We sprayed for some bugs, some wasp and everything there. And then in the sand area of the horseshoe area, we put new sand in, spread some new dirt out, and then we did put new swings on, 5 baby ones, 7 regular. You probably see the colors of those. And that's all been done. That's all been, the team that I have is Nick and Clayton Willinga of Willinga Properties out of Warren City. And Diane and I donated the funds, for them to come in and do that, because now the kids can actually come to the park and swing with no, reservation of getting pinched or that type of thing. And then basically then, if I may, excuse me a second, I have a list here because Marty's been pretty patient about this. We've walked through there. These are the things that, so you know, right there, right there, and that's right there. You'll have to share it with your wife there. I didn't have enough copies there, but that just shows the items that need to be looked at. If you have any questions, you can ask Marty or you can ask me for any help on things, but I think the biggest things are the restrooms. They're open, but yet, and the ladies too, especially I went through it last night, the park, and flushed the stool of the women's. The pipe is leaking in back, but more than that, they both need to be cleaned and supplied, but yet the women's got black mold all over the stool. So that's just an awareness list. And then I attach the budget there so you folks then can, figure out what's important to be done there for what areas, and that's where we're at.
Sounds good. Thanks, Tom.
Pretty much.
Anybody else have any public input? Go ahead.
Stand here. Wherever.
All right. Wherever you're comfortable.
All right, well, I don't know if my back anyone, so I'll just stand here. Just like to introduce myself. I'm Lisa Bogue, and I'm running for District 16 House of Representatives seat. And my husband and I, Mark, live north of Beersford on the family farm. We have 4 children, 4 grown children, and 1 granddaughter. And we farm. We have a couple businesses in Beersford, and I tutor, and I also am a 4-H leader, and I'm a Sunday school teacher, and I'm a former classroom teacher. So thank you for giving me the opportunity to introduce myself.
Yeah, thank you. I just have one thing for public input myself. I don't know if you all remember, but we did have a post about a month ago on social media that gasoline/petroleum's substance was being poured into our sewage system. So just need to reiterate that this has happened again, and need to reiterate that the only thing going down those drains should be human waste products. So it's becoming a cost issue and things like that, so make sure it's only human waste. And if you know who is doing it, please speak up. That's all I got. Hi.
You ready for me?
I'm ready for you if everybody else is.
You bet. Good evening.
Good evening.
I'm just gonna just take a moment and talk about, I know you have an event on the 16th, a little 5K run.
The 5K was.
I haven't emailed you yet on that one. We just canceled
What
that on
happened?
Friday. They didn't have anybody sign up for
I've been stretching and everything.
it. If you want to still run it, we sure.
I didn't realize the sign up had ended. When was-
Emily made that call.
Oh.
Okay.
My family was gonna do it too.
All right. Well, June 6th, we're having a bike safety event down in Elk Point, because normally we have it at the courthouse in the parking lot, but our courthouse is getting tore up and remodeled and all that stuff. So we're gonna have it just south of just west of the school by the ballpark. There's a parking lot over there. So I bring that up because we're gonna talk about electric scooter safeties. And I know all the towns in Union County are dealing with this, Dakota Dunes, all the way up to Beersford, Alcester, Elk Point, my children, everybody. So we're gonna do a little safety talk on the electric scooter. We'll have donations, bikes, helmets, snacks and things like that. So it's June 6th in Elk Point. It's for all Union County youth. We'll have bigger kid bikes and all the way down to the non-pedal bikes.
Did you give a flyer to the school?
I haven't yet. I just printed these off today, but I will be handing them out. You'll be seeing them all over. Schools, online.
Maybe I saw it online. I was like, I saw it somewhere.
Yeah.
Online probably.
Nick can bring it in with him in the morning when he drops our son off if you'd like.
Yeah, these will be available. So, that's really all I have. Is just I wanted to talk about that scooter safety, because I know without these sidewalks in yet, we're gonna still have issues crossing the main road here. So, but other than that,
And with our upcoming construction work.
yes.
We have a lot of kids in town that use the motorized scooters and motorized bikes and all that. So once the sidewalk goes in, or on the sidewalks period, are they supposed to be riding those motorized on the sidewalks?
Well, that's something that the city will have to decide. But
Because, I mean, if they're on the street, then they shouldn't be out riding them on the street because they're not old enough to be riding them on the street.
yep, and that's why I bring it up, because that's a problem throughout the whole county. I mean, everywhere. Vermillion, I've talked to people from Vermillion, and they have that issue. The kids are 5 years old to 15, and they don't know the rules of the road, and they're running through stop signs, and somebody's going to get hit.
No
So-
moments.
Yep. So we have plenty of helmets. Even if they put a helmet on, we'll be handing helmets out and fitting them for size. We'll have a dunk tank there and all that. But if you guys decide, I think it's a topic that all the cities need to decide on how to handle that. If you want them on the sidewalks, if you want them on the roads, we'll stop and talk to the kids and just educate them on where they should be riding them. But it's just like a bicycle. When you come up to a stop sign, bicycles are supposed to stop and yield to the traffic going around. And most kids, we all did it when we were young too, just go through little stop signs expecting no cars to be there. But a lot more vehicles out there, golf carts, bicycles, electric scooters. So,
We're invincible when we're little.
yeah, we're a softer world nowadays. So,
Everything else going okay though?
everything else is good.
Good.
Yep, got a couple of calls recently, but mostly outside of the city limits, so. Cool. So, we're available.
Sounds good.
All right.
Only thing I would ask is if they can keep an eye on after-school hours back on the backside of the school still.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're still hearing, and I know a lot of it is, some of it is their exhaust makes it sound like they're going fast, but they leave that school and they speed south towards that curve. And
Sure.
the times that I do see them, they're driving definitely unsafe speeds.
Yeah, if you can hear them here, they're,
Well, it's hearing them at the house. You know, we're just off of that road.
yep.
You can hear them from inside the house when it's locked up, and it sounds like they're right next to the house. So,
Sounds good.
I can always tell what time it is.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, school's out.
Well, I did share your email with the other deputies, so
yeah.
they're aware. You know, don't just sit on the main road, but on the backside.
Perfect. Sounds good.
All right. Very good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Paul, you're up next.
Everybody's favorite part.
Welcome to the banner portion of the day.
Taking
Now
most of
for
your guys'
speed
time.
listening.
I can slow down, or do you want me to?
No, I like it fast.
Okay.
I am a person who reads at 2:25, so.
So give you guys a little bit of update what's all going on. We did finally get the go-ahead from the DOT on the TAP grant, so we should be able to start getting our surveyors, all that stuff out, and take a look at getting that sidewalk from over here over to the school. Again, just kind of remind you guys too, we'll be splitting that up into two one-year projects on it. So the plan is to basically start construction next year and the year after do the last half of it, depending on how budgets go for everything on that. But thankfully, got the DOT to finally sign off on the thing, so it only took a year and a half.
Yeah.
But but it's moving forward. Moving over to the sanitary sewer collection improvements. That is currently in construction. Just to give you a little update, the contractor has completed the main line and lateral pre-cleaning and televising for that CIPP project. Looking at it, I think is it next week, Dave, is when Tanya and them are coming down?
I was just gonna look at that.
I think it's next week. Is basically they have the recommendations. We'll take a look at the point repairs, and then from point repairs that'll go on to the 4th Street project and see if there's some places maybe we can save some money where we don't actually need to do those point repairs and all that. There is a invoice for that project.
Tuesday the 19th, we'll be having another construction meeting. If any of you would want to be here to kind of go over the results of the televising that they did.
Okay. There's engineering invoice for that particular project there. Moving on to the water tower. That one here, let's see. Project schedule. They're not looking until starting this guy up until June or July. Do you know if they've done a pre-construction meeting or anything yet, Dave?
No, we haven't.
So still need a pre-construction meeting there. I'm looking like starting that here in the next couple of months, and as well as engineering invoice there for that side of us for that project. I will skip to the 4th Street one since there's a few, or skip over the 4th Street one since we've got a few things to talk about on that one. And then this last one, that drainage study through FEMA, that is still ongoing. Hopefully in the next couple of months we'll hear back on everything. I have reached out to hazard mitigation with Jim Poppin. He hasn't heard anything back from anything from the federal side of everything. It's all good on the state. We're just now waiting for the feds to get their stuff together, so we'll see what happens, I guess. And then looking at for the 4th Street water main project, that did bid out. We did award the project over to SiteWorks. I believe Mayor Lisa, you ended up just signing everything on the executing the contract and everything between us and SiteWorks. As we talked before, there will be a contract or construction order deduct, change order deduct on that to basically get that into our the right amount of budgets for the SRF program, everything like that. I'm working on putting all that stuff together, getting the updated sheets and all that stuff together, but working directly with SiteWorks. Eventually that will go to you guys for approval probably on this next next council meeting. Then that will get shipped off to Danner, which then also makes the ultimate approval, but at the end of the day it's a deduct. It's a lot easier to take money away than put money in, so it should be a quick turnaround for all of that. Then for a few items on that, one thing I did want to talk to you, and I added it into the agenda for this, is a potential other change order deduct. I don't know if you guys all have this guy here, this quote from SiteWorks. So when we do the crossing of Highway 11 with the water main, the DOT requires you to basically encase that pipe in a steel pipe. So you basically have a big 16-inch pipe, and then you have a plastic 8-inch pipe inside of it. The reason for that is that way if that water main ever broke or anything, there's a steel casing on there. It's not going to disrupt anything up on the highway. The original way we bid it was doing a jack and bore. Basically, it's a fancy way of saying is there's literally going to be a pit on one side of the highway. They take down a piece of metal, and they basically have a big ram that just shoves this thing into the ground. They weld another one, and they keep shoving it on the ground. It's only 40 feet, so it's actually a lot of mobilization costs for that particular contractor to get out here. So you're looking at like $65,000. One thing that Siteworks did reach out is if we go to a directional bore, which is very similar, there's still going to be a big pit on one side, but what they basically do is now they have like an auger system that goes through there and then pulls that same steel sleeve all the way through there. It's only 40 feet, so they can literally just weld that one side and just pull the thing through. There's substantial savings on that. Instead of $65,000, it'd be about $23,000, so about $42,000 savings. I wanted to throw that in front of you just to make sure if that's okay. I assume it was looking into it to save that money. I just got to verify their steel casing, all that, and get it also approved by the DOT. So I'll kind of get all that situated if you guys are cool with me kind of moving forward with that. But I just wanted to get in front of you guys that save a decent chunk of change here on doing that. Just need DOT approval and all that on their end. But we can move forward with that, and I'll do the coordination on that end. One thing to keep in mind too is that will come through as it'll be a change order deduct and increase when you guys see it on your end. So you got to abide by state bid laws and everything, even though we are pulling $65,000 out and we're also then adding $23,000 in. With state bid laws, there's a cap depending on how much money the total project is, of how much change orders you can do before you have to go back to a public bid. I believe for this project, I think it's around like $75,000. So this would use up about $23,000 of that additional amount on there before we end up having to ultimately go and do open bids for other things on here. So it's a weird thing, even though you're decreasing it in total. It's this weird state bid law thing, but just to make you guys aware of it. At the end of the day, added value here, and you guys get to save $40,000 at the end of the day for it.
So fingers crossed we don't have a lot more.
Correct. There is, and please keep in mind too, on the engineering, there is a bunch of contingencies on there too, so I don't see us going over in general on things. I put a lot of stuff in there just because, it's reconstruction. There's a lot of stuff that goes on, so you just gotta throw everything at the wall and just make sure, hey, this is the number, we're not gonna go over it unless something crazy happens, like we, unearth things we don't want to unearth for some reason. It was buried, 100 years ago, but
Dinosaur bones.
well, if it's dinosaur bone, okay, I want to be there for that one at least. But yeah, I'll move forward with putting that together and everything. And then there's also engineering.
Any difference in construction material between the two bids?
No. So basically, there's still a steel casing that uses that. I just got to double check too to make sure that they're using the right thickness. So there's certain criteria that they have to hit. So I just need that additional information from them and get the approval of the DOT that they're good with that methodology for everything. And speaking with them, they've done it before. It shouldn't be a big deal. But just I wanted to make sure. And it's only 40 feet on this. It doesn't take much to they do directional bores all the time underneath the highway. And then their last thing would be just the engineering invoice for this project as well. I believe that is all the items, unless there's anything you guys wanted to bring up. To give you an update too, did talk to Siteworks, to give you a kind of a construction schedule wise, they're anticipating actually not starting until probably July on this project. So kind of condensed for everything, it at least kind of helps out too, I guess not having so many things going on in town at the same time for everything. We are going to anticipate probably doing a pre-construction meeting here later this month. I was just coordinating with Dave here this morning about getting something together, so we'll get with Siteworks and get a date scheduled for that. That'll probably be here near the end of the month, beginning in June. But just got to give you a heads up, probably looking at July for construction starting on this.
Sounds good. Is that going to interfere any with the water tower construction for July?
It shouldn't, since basically everything for the water tower is confined to water. Other than this is some equipment that kind of sits right in front of everything. We're going to be away from each other on all that too, so it shouldn't be too big of a deal. And actually, it might help out a little bit while the tower is down because it'll be lower pressures when they're trying to do all their valve switching and all that too. But no, they shouldn't be too big of an issue with all that.
Sounds good. Anybody else have any other questions?
No, I don't think so.
All right, appreciate everybody.
Thanks, Paul.
Thanks, Paul.
All right, need a motion for item A.
I'll make a motion to approve paying banner invoice number 47926 in the amount of $11,026.66 for work completed on the sanitary sewer improvement project through April 25th, 2016.
Second?
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Item B.
Approve paying banner invoice 47927 in the amount of $1,058 for work completed on the Alcester Water Tower Recoat project through April 25th, 2026.
Second.
Thank you. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Item C.
I'll make a motion to approve paying banner invoice number 47925 in the amount of $31,058 for work completed on the Alcester 4th Street Water Main project through April 25th, 2026.
Second?
Thank you. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. We'll have to wait on the other one after approval from the DOT.
Yeah,
correct?
don't need anything
Yeah,
signed, I just
okay.
wanted to make sure you guys are good with it.
Sounds good. All right. Item number 9 is the resolution 2026-03, adopting the 2026 edition of the City of Alcester Personnel Manual. We can read through that here. Do I need to read through it again, or?
I sent the updated, the manual to you all last week. All of those updates can include ones that Sam had asked you guys to relook at, and their updated recommendations. So Sam and his team have been able to review it, and that's the what I sent you guys on Friday was the final. So unless there was any questions or anything that popped out that we might have missed, it should be ready for you.
Do I need to read the resolution again?
I can read it to you if you want, or you want to read it.
I can do it.
Okay.
All right. Resolution number 2026-03, a resolution of the City of Alcester adopting the City of Alcester Personnel Manual. Whereas the City Council of the City of Alcester recognizes the need for clear, consistent, and equitable policies governing the employment relationship between the municipality and its employees, and whereas the policy manual establishes guidelines for employment practices, workplace conduct, benefits, and other matters essential to the effective and fair administration of municipal operations, and whereas the City Council has reviewed the proposed personnel policy manual and finds it to be in the best interest of the municipality and its employees. Now therefore be it resolved by the City Council and of the City of Alcester that 1, the personnel policy manual attached hereto as Exhibit A is hereby adopted as the official personnel policy of the City of Alcester. 2, all municipal employees and officials shall comply with the provisions of the personnel policy manual. 3, this resolution supersedes any prior personnel policies or manuals previously adopted by the municipality. 4, the finance officer is authorized to distribute the manual to all employees and ensure acknowledgement of receipt. Be it further resolved that this resolution shall take effect upon the 20th day after its adoption. Adopted at Alcester, South Dakota, 4th of May, 2026. So you just need a motion for approving and adopting that resolution.
I'll make a motion to approve adopting resolution 2026-03, adopting the 2026 edition City of Alcester Personnel Manual.
Second.
Thank you both. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. That one was a lot of work. Thanks to all involved for that. Dave, you're up.
Any questions on the warrants?
Can I get a motion to approve the April warrants?
Make a motion to approve April warrants.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Year-to-date financials, the first page is profit loss summary by fund. I highlighted the community center for you guys all there, just so you're aware. Otherwise, everything looks good. Golf course is doing great. Everything else is pretty much in line with where it's been, where it was this time last year. Revenue summary, and then the city revenue by line item. Again, I split the golf course and the community center apart and highlighted those there and that for you. Any questions looking through that? I don't know, it's boggled my mind. I don't know where we can cut expenses, where we can boost the revenue at the community center. I think they've done a good job with the menu revamp and the slight increase in prices. Obviously now that the golf course is busy, we've been busier and revenue has increased, but it's still on that negative trend like we were last year, so. So if you guys have any ideas, I guess speak with the committee there and we'll try and make some changes with Carrie. Any questions on any of that stuff there? And then the last thing I have is the 2025 annual report. Did you guys all have a chance to look through that? It was already published in the paper last month. So, any questions with any of that? And speaking of that, next week the new auditors will be on site Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So I will be locked in the office. Need me tearing out my hair.
Have it all defined.
Yeah. So be interesting with the new auditor office, what the difference is and stuff. So looking forward to working with them.
Hopefully it'll go well. That's the plan.
My plan. So I don't foresee any issues. So I got them the stuff that they needed ahead of time so they could start some pre-work. So that's all I have.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dave.
Sean, you're up.
Hello, for those of you that don't know me, I'm Sean Fierstead. I am the president of the Golf Course Beautification Committee. Our committee's purpose is to approve the appearance of the golf course. About 10 years ago, or about 2.5 years ago, 10 of us formed a committee to improve the golf course, and it's a nonprofit.
I've been talking about it for 10 years.
Oh, probably. But, so we're nonprofit. Everything we do is through donations or our golf course tournament. Since then, we've purchased tee box signs, posts, edging, rock, landscape, ball washers, trash cans for every hole. So we've improved it a lot, and we hear it from the people that are out there golfing from Hayward and Beersford, Larchwood, wherever they come from. And believe me, I'm out there every day. And coming in the next month, the back in number 1 tee box, we're gonna have like this patio. It's gonna be edging. We could never grow grass there in the last 10 years. We still can't grow grass there. We don't know why. So we're gonna put up like a patio so people, it'll just improve the appearance so much. The reason I'm here is on June 6th and June 20th, we're hosting 2 tournaments. Would you be willing to donate a pin prize sponsor of $100 and a gift card to the clubhouse? So far, we have about $2,400 sponsors, and they come from businesses in town or families that want to just donate to put their name on our poster board. So that's why I'm here, and that's all I'm asking.
I am also on this committee as well as Dave. And we have gotten a lot of good response. The tournament that's on the 6th always is full, and then some. The first year, this is the third year that we're doing it. The first year that we did it, we had 30 team participants.
Yep, 30.
Last year, we had 33, and then we're hoping that we'll get the same amount this year.
We usually bring in about $7,000 take home after expenses.
Yeah. We serve a meal with it, 2 meals actually.
Yep,
We do
2
lunch
meals.
and a supper, because it's an 18-hole tournament, so. And then the one that's on the 20th is a brand new this year, and it's Sunlight to Starlight Classic, and that one is 9 holes in the afternoon and then 9 holes of glow ball. So, which I've heard a lot of people excited for it, so. I'm not a good glow ball golfer, so I'm just gonna be working that one.
I have a question. Will we have the golf cart there for sign up for the raffle?
That's,
From the park.
that's the
That-
plan.
That is the
Okay.
plan.
Plan is to have it before then.
Yeah.
Okay.
For those of you that don't know, the park committee is looking into purchasing a golf cart for a raffle, selling a select amount of tickets, and we'll have it displayed at the golf course, so. The other thing with the one on the 6th is that we do a big silent auction with it. And another way that we bring in a lot of money, so, the gift card would probably be used for that. Maybe grouped in with something else that's been donated by another business, or like if we can
And like the
make a
first year we-
theme basket kind of situation.
First year we did a 50-50, which helps.
Yep.
It all helps.
And we do a grand prize raffle as well that we sponsor as the committee. We sell raffle tickets for a chance to win a $350 Shields gift card. There's 2 winners, so. It's been really nice to be able to give back to the golf course and not have it all put on the city.
Right.
Yeah, you guys have to.
And it's not just one person deciding it, it's 12 of us deciding which way we should go or how it should look. And our next goal is to actually build a gazebo down there on the new number 6,
Where the trees
the one that
were-
goes
Where the
east.
trees were taken down.
Yeah, where all the trees were lost. And
Yeah.
Be able to provide not
Sure.
only some shade
Yeah.
for golfers, but also
Safe.
somewhere to get out underneath if the rain and hailstorm would come up, but somewhere safe since that's the farthest away from shelter on the course.
I'd just like to make a comment about the committee, that I had someone come to me and say that our golf course looks so much better than the one in Beersford.
You guys have really improved it the past couple of years, like it looks.
I played Irene Saturday, and they can't even touch us. Not to brag or nothing, but it's, and I've been to Haywarden here too. I've been to Larchwood last weekend, or the weekend before, so.
And I think it really shows with our membership volumes too.
Yeah,
You
it
know, and
does.
we've got people from Sioux Falls. Even last weekend, Dave and I were in Davis, and I ended up running into these people that were there from Sioux Falls, and they asked where I was from, and I said Alcester, and they're like, "We love your golf course!" Like that was the first thing out of their mouths. So
And they were members
they were members
last
last year, and they were like, "Well, our kids are really busy," and I was like, "It doesn't matter, just do it again."
For donations, can we make our own basket, like a gift card, like maybe, like a round of golf and like the hat or something?
Yeah.
Whatever you guys want.
Whatever you think.
I feel like I'm sure there's somebody who would appreciate that and would like it. And
The round, the only thing is with the round is if they're a member, that would
I
be
guess.
kind of null
Although they
and
could
void.
give it away.
But they could give it away, or
Yeah.
they could have, like, if they've got visitors and whatever, you know, yeah.
I don't golf, so I don't know. I'm just trying to think of something that would come.
Do a round of
with
beer.
basket.
Do a round of beer. You can either a round of golf or a round of beer, depending upon who gets it.
I guess that would be
They
cool if you
have,
put
they
it
have
in
the
a
golf
bucket.
ball markers there now, and the golf balls that have Alcester Golf Course logo on them, so you could bundle those, and, yeah.
I think we should donate a basket of some sort and it can be.
And that's all I have.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Sean.
Did you want to say like up to a certain dollar value and have Carrie put something together?
I don't know how
construction
work with her.
costs, so I'm not gonna say dollar value.
What about, did we get the new cooler bags with ACG on?
AGC, yeah, we got those last year.
We don't have any extra that we
No,
could give away though.
just for the, yeah. I would say set a dollar amount on the basket and then go from there.
Well, if we did a $50 gift card and that and golf ball, $75? 80?
Yeah.
Up to $80? Okay. And what else do you guys have?
The whole sponsorship for $100. So then, City of Alcester would be on a whole sponsor sign at a hall.
On a hole.
Yeah.
Put us on a hole.
Okay, I'll make a motion to donate a whole sponsorship and a gift basket up to $80 value to the Alcester Golf Course Beautification Committee for the June 6th tournament.
Second?
I have further discussion on this. Sorry.
Carry on.
I was just gonna say, the Sunlight to Starlight Classic on the 20th, it's not as involved as the one on the 6th, I guess. We don't have whole sponsorships. It's basically our gift back to golfers. So they'll have bigger payouts. We still might do like a 50-50 just because it's easy. But yeah, so like we won't be asking for another whole sponsorship is basically what I'm getting at. So it's only for the one.
Thank you for the clarification.
You're welcome. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Do you want to reach out to Carrie on that then, or do you want one of us to, or how do you want to do that?
Again,
Talk to her tomorrow.
it doesn't
Dave,
matter.
okay, whatever. All right, we got some reminders. Next council meeting to be held on Monday, June 1st, 2026 at 6 p.m. Citywide cleanup is Friday, May 1st through Sunday, May 10th, and the dumpsters are at the rubble site. May 6th.
Hours for that are posted on our website under the Rebel site page. If it's outside the hours that are posted during the week, like during this week, but they can get a key at the office during the hours that we're here.
They've been pretty active out there, which is good.
Very.
Yeah. We're gonna mark C off of there since it's canceled now, the 5K. And item D, there will be 0 lawn watering during the water tower, while the water tower is out of service for improvements this summer. Specific dates are gonna be announced when that is known by us. So pray for a lot of rain leading up to that date, I guess.
Not too much because we have construction.
But yeah,
No, pray for no rain. We just all have brown
Right.
grass. It'll be fine.
right, right.
We all just embrace the brown grass. It's fine.
Well, it didn't work so well when we asked them to conserve water because we used
I was-
more water that day
Really?
Seriously?
than we did on our average.
Dude, my
Yeah.
kids were like so scared to flush the toilet, and I was like, bro, please, just flush the toilet.
We used 81,000 gallons of water that day.
Jesus.
We averaged 62,000 in the office watering lawns.
Yeah.
And I think another thing to,
It was just that shorter hours that it was off. Everybody panicked and did stuff ahead of time, and then they're like, "Woo, the water's back on." So
You know, I'm gonna start carrying a little notebook in my pocket with my faith in humanity score,
I know, right?
so I can just like keep track of
it's
how
still
many
under our
times
peak during the summer months, but it was hot and dry.
I think
so
the other thing to remember too is if you're noticing during that time, if the golf course is still getting watered, it's because they are on their own well system.
yeah.
So it has nothing to do with that
Not
water
pouring water
tower,
out of the
so
tower.
We need to post that on the website.
we will, yes.
You know, you need to put an alert out.
Yeah.
There will be
Yeah.
many of them. So. Can I add one more new thing too?
Yeah.
Also, just I put it on the Facebook and sent messages out, and you might see signs coming out. But our newest update, in addition to our Text My Gov service, is the National Weather Service weather alerts. So those are available to get signed up for. They just need to text. It's Alcester NWS to that 91896. There's certain number of severe weather categories that we were able to choose from. So those would be automatic, just like any of the other alerts. Once they come in through, they're tied to our specific geographic code in the National Weather Service database. So if the National Weather Service issues that alert, their system automatically kicks that out, up to 3 alerts per day. We've already had over 30 people sign up for it, so I'd encourage people to get signed up for those, especially with the summertime weather coming up. We all know what happened last year. It can be a big help.
And the year before, and the year before.
Yeah.
Every summer, the anomalies.
And that was an added service that we didn't increase or change our cost at all, so.
Do we need an executive session tonight?
No. Oh, yeah. Oh.
The only thing I was
I don't think we need to do it right now.
okay. All right, no executive session. Then I just need a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Third.
Who's taking it? The second?
Nick can.
Nick? Okay. All in favor? Opposed? Motion carried. We are adjourned at 6:42 PM. So much better than last meeting.